Hey guys, Beretta 9mm USA here. This is a follow-up video on my Dan Wesson 715 357 Magnum Revolver. The Dan Wesson Revolver was gone for 46 days total from the moment we dropped it off to the moment that we picked it up. 46 days went by when my dealer finally called me and said the revolver is ready for pickup. When I walked in to pick up the Dan Wesson Revolver, one of my favorite sales guys said, "Do I have a story for you?" First off, I want to apologize for how long it took to get the revolver back to you, and I want to thank you for your patience. I told him I was a bit disappointed in how long it took to get the revolver back. He said they also were disappointed in how long it took to get the revolver back, but that was only a small part of the story. First of all, the revolver was lost or misplaced at Dan Wesson during the first week it was there. The revolver was later located during the second week, and the Dan Wesson representative told my gun shop that the revolver had been abused by firing hot, hand-loaded ammunition through it, messing up the timing and the headspace of the revolver, along with the trigger sticking. At this point, the owner of the gun shop got involved and told the Dan Wesson representatives, "Hey, I know these guys, and they have purchased 30 firearms from me, and they never bring stuff back. They run a YouTube gun channel, and I'm not sure if you guys want a bunch of bad press, but I don't. You guys need to make it right or give them a new revolver." This revolver was returned 2 days after they purchased it. I do not even think they reload. And you guys know that we don't reload. We only fire factory ammo. Dan Wesson agreed to fix the timing and the headspace and also tune the trigger at this point. After all that, this is how the revolver shoots now. We're going to shoot some 38 plus Ps through it, and I did bring some 357 Magnum to shoot too. So not a whole lot of firepower today, but more expensive and hopefully higher grade firepower. All right, we're going to shoot it next. So the Dan Wesson is back, and we've got some Hornady Critical Defense 110 grain 38 plus P. So that's what we're going to start it with. Piece came back and got me. I can already tell they did everything from a trigger job to it to setting the timing to what else was it? They
checked the headspace.
They checked the headspace, rechecked all that, and I can just tell it's completely different. So there's the first group of shooting it. And so far so good. No problems with the trigger or the trigger returning. Seems to be locking up really good. I can just tell it's completely different. Wait till you shoot it, young Beretta. It's completely different than what it felt like before it went into the shop. They did a lot of work on it. There's no doubt at all. Check out the headshots.
And that's from 14 yards away.
Yeah.
Wow.
Remember I was having some problems, you know, really getting any kind of real accuracy out of it. I'm gonna have to watch the first video on it to be sure. But I don't think I was shooting it quite that well when it was here the first time. And there's the small target.
So what's next?
So next is the Hornady 140 grain 357 Magnum
Ftx.
Yeah, beautiful looking, right? Okay, so I'm getting used to using the speedloaders, thank goodness. trying to lock it up
Have
correctly.
fun with these.
Every time I've tried to check the lockup on it, guys, it has already been locked solid. I'm going to go towards the bottom of the large challenge steel target. You can tell it's there. That's awesome. That was a lot of fun, actually, guys. I actually enjoyed that. Wow.
So what do you think?
I love it. It's shooting great now. I absolutely love it.
So, hey, if Dan Wesson releases a 44 Magnum version, would you buy one?
If it runs like this, let me shoot this for a little while first. And if this shoots perfect and it keeps on doing what it's doing right now, and I'm hitting everything I'm aiming at with it, if it keeps doing that, then we can talk. But my very first experience with it having to go back and all that, you know, was not great. But obviously whoever this gunsmith was knew what he was doing. So I'm liking it a lot. The headshots on the challenge steel target and then the little target over here. I think my 357 rounds at the bottom of the challenge steel target kind of got mixed in with my chest shots, but that's okay. I was more paying attention to what the recoil felt like, which actually was not that bad, guys. Kind of felt like a 38 plus P on steroids, and no problem at all with the trigger coming right back. So I was trying to follow all the proper revolver etiquette of what I remember from when we had it last, and shooting your Smith & Wesson snub nose too a little bit.
Yeah.
It's not my forte, guys. I'm just trying to get into it, so please forgive me if you saw something I didn't do exactly right, but I did enjoy shooting it. Thanks for watching the video.
Okay, so I have 4 357 Magnums, and I have 2 38 Special Plus Ps. So,
It's not gonna hurt, man.
okay. I don't know which one's going to go first. I forget which way the cylinder turns.
Whoa.
Oh my god, it didn't hurt at all. I mean, that was amazing. Compared to the SP101, I shot those 357 rounds through the SP101 and I did not like it, the Ruger SP101. So this handles it like a champ, but obviously this is a, you know, full-size 357 Magnum revolver with the 6-inch full underlug barrel.
Full shroud, right?
Yeah, it has no recoil. It's amazing, dude. I'm so glad I talked you into buying this. And, you know, it was the only one available.
What do you think about the differences from when it went away to when it came back? Do you think the trigger is much better now?
Yeah, it's definitely returning. The return spring is doing its job. No problems with it wanting to lock back at all.
I found it quite accurate too. I noticed your group is a little bit to the left.
I shot it pretty good.
We are glad that it seems to be working out just fine. We'll spend some more time with the Dan Wesson in the future coming up this summer. But right now it's getting dark out here, so we're going to get cleaned up and get out of here. Thanks for watching, guys. Remember, your Second Amendment is worth protecting.
Who do you think you are?
I'm Joe Grimes. I'm Rick Grimes' brother.